Hi, I'm Jenny Taylor Martin, a director here at Edgar Cayce's ARE. I'm speaking today with Kevin Tedeschi, ARE's Executive Director and CEO, on the subject of 2012. Kevin, we're asked this question all the time here at ARE. What did Edgar Cayce say about 2012?
Well, the bottom line is the numbers 2012 are not in the Edgar Cayce readings. But what Cayce did talk about is the change of an age, or a new age, or the Aquarian age. And he gave quite a bit of information on what this new age will be about, what this transitional period is all about, and what we can expect. In 2012, of course, according to the Mayan calendar comes to an end on December 21st, 2012. And so lots of people are expecting something to happen. Maybe the Mayans knew something we didn't. Should we worried about the end of the world or something? But none of that is in the Cayce material. Cayce talked about how we'd enter into a new age, and then it would really be known for three things: purity, global consciousness, and a height of spiritual consciousness that we have yet to encounter. And just in brief, in terms of purity, he suggested that eventually this new age would be known as the Age of Purity. Now, I don't think he's suggesting that on December 22nd, the day after the Mayan calendar comes to the end, we're all going to wake up and say, oh my God, we're in the Age of Purity. I think instead it's that maybe a generation or two we look back and we say, I think that really happened around 2012. And an awareness that something changed in terms of our world consciousness. In terms of global consciousness, Cayce suggested that everyone in the earth is a part of a family, a brother, a sister, and that part of this New Age consciousness would entail us becoming aware of our responsibility to one another. That regardless of what nation we were in or where we were in the earth, we would become aware that we had to help someone on the other side of the world, and that that's something that will be a part of where we're headed as well. And the third component of this new age, this new global consciousness, this new Aquarian age, will really be a spiritual consciousness in which Cayce suggested each and every soul will become consciously aware of the ability to communicate with the divine. So those three things: purity, global outreach, global consciousness, and spiritual consciousness.
In practicality, how can a person speak with God?
Let me give a short-term and a long-term answer. I think in the short term and right now, in many, many ways, the divine is constantly communicating with us, but we're just not aware of that. So that, for example, through our dreams, through our intuitive hunches, through our feelings, through our inspirations, through the relationships that are brought into our life, through our experiences, I think all those things have a divine counterpart, that somehow the divine is trying to communicate with us. The challenge is we're not hearing the divine. And so in the short term, I think we'll have more and more of those experiences and begin to awaken to the awareness of, wait a minute, there's something here for me to learn or do, or someone's trying to tell me something, and that someone is the divine. In the longer term, I think what it suggests is that we will become aware of the fact that this is a divine communication. We will also tune into what Cayce described as God consciousness or Christ consciousness, the awareness within each of us of our oneness with the divine, so that somehow getting in touch with our connectedness with one another and our connection with God, and so being able to speak to the divine would suggest to me that we'll be much more aware of how somehow we move through life with each other and very much with the divine in our hearts and our minds and our souls. We're all connected somehow, even though we're still individual.
What can a person do to prepare for this coming new age?
That's a good question. And I think Cayce would say that it is something we actually should prepare for. In fact, on one occasion he gave this reading to a woman and told her that only those who are actually preparing for a new age will ever become aware of what's going on around them. In other words, that we might be entering into a new age and lots of people won't have a sense that there's anything different. Maybe we wake up on December 22nd, 2012 and say, nothing happened. But in truth, there is a change in energy going on, and the Cayce reading suggests that if we want to be a part of that, we should begin to apply the very best that we know in terms of our relationships with other people, our connection to the divine, and even our attunement to ourselves. Regardless of our religious background or our belief system, I think the Cayce readings would suggest that we can all agree on three things: that it's important to love the Creator, however we might define that force. It's important to love one another, and it's important to love ourselves, and that certainly is a part of preparing for a new age. Now, I think it's ironic that lots of times people say they're very interested in preparing for a new age, and yet they're not speaking to their neighbor, or there's someone at work they don't like, and they're not trying to heal that relationship. So I think whatever's in front of you in terms of something's out of sync, in terms of harmony, trying to build a new world order now in your own life, those are the things we probably need to address.
Thank you, Kevin, for taking time to talk to us about 2012.